Your legs are the first to go, not your memory, not your eyesight. Your legs, the very foundation of how you move through the world. And the change doesn't start with pain or injury. It starts with small things needing more effort to stand, taking shorter steps, losing that grounded strength you once took for granted. At 61, I've learned that strength doesn't just come from the gym. It comes from how you nourish your body, especially from the ground up. What you eat directly affects how well you stand, walk, climb, and carry yourself. And when it comes to keeping your legs strong, mobile, and pain-free, certain foods can make all the difference. In this video, I'll walk you through 6 powerful foods that help protect and restore lower body strength so you can move freely, feel stable, and stay connected to the rhythm of life inside and out. If staying strong, grounded, and vibrant is part of your journey too, hit like, subscribe for more conscious strength tips, and drop a comment what keeps you moving every day. Let's begin starting with the one food that helps your muscles contract, recover, and stay rooted where it matters most. You know, over time I started noticing something real. Climbing a flight of stairs felt more like scaling a mountain. A short walk that used to energize me now left my legs needing extra time to bounce back. And trust me, it wasn't just me. This is something we all go through as the years pass. It has a name: sarcopenia. It's the gradual fading of muscle mass that sneaks in as we age. Once you hit 50, and especially past 60, your muscles don't hold the same strength or volume. Not because you've done something wrong, but because your body just doesn't produce those muscle-supporting hormones like it used to. It also doesn't soak up protein and minerals with the same efficiency. I felt that shift too. You notice it in subtle ways. Your balance isn't quite what it was getting up from. A chair feels tougher. Even a lazy afternoon stroll might leave your legs more tired than it should. And of course, the risk of falling increases. Now, a fall at a certain age. It's no small thing. It can set you back for weeks, months even. Sometimes it's the start of losing independence, and I've seen that happen. That's why taking care of your legs before they give you real warning signs is so important. Here's the truth I came to understand. Your body isn't failing you. It's asking for a new kind of love. You don't treat it like you're 30 anymore. You treat it like a wise old friend who needs special attention. It needs mindful nutrition. It needs help getting the stuff it used to make on its own. I like to think of my muscles like plants. Back when I was younger, those plants had all the sun, rain, and rich soil they needed. But as time goes on, the soil starts to dry, the light fades a bit. If you don't water them, nourish them, they wither. Same thing happens with your legs. Without the right fuel, protein, minerals, energy, they begin to lose their edge. But here's the power move. You can change that. And it starts with what's on your plate. When I began shifting my nutrition, the first game changer was something I already had in my kitchen. Something inexpensive, flexible, easy to prepare. You guessed it, the egg. For years, eggs got a bad rap for being bad for cholesterol, but science has since set the record straight. Eggs are one of the most complete foods out there, especially for those of us walking deeper into our later chapters. See, eggs pack high-quality protein. What that means is they carry every essential amino acid your body needs to build and repair muscle. One of those, leucine, is like flipping a switch for muscle growth. Without leucine, your body simply can't rebuild muscle efficiently. And here's the deal: as we age, we need more leucine than we used to, not less protein, more. So adding eggs regularly to your routine. That's a smart way to fight muscle loss and keep those legs strong. But eggs go further. They've got vitamin D, key for healthy bones and muscle function. A lot of older folks don't get enough of it, and that weakens both muscle and balance. Then there's choline, essential for your nervous system, meaning better coordination, sharper control over movement. It's not just about being strong. It's about your body knowing how to use that strength. Let me tell you about someone who inspired me. Her name's Carmen, 78, a woman I met not too long ago. Used to be active all her life until she took a fall. After that, she grew scared of walking far, said her legs felt shaky. Her morning routine: a slice of toast with jam and some coffee. I suggested a simple shift: ditch the toast, go for 2 boiled eggs. Sometimes she'd scramble them with spinach and a bit of olive oil. That's it. Within a week, she felt more energized. After a month, her steps were more confident. And 3 months later, she was back to her morning walks like old times. That transformation, it started with what she ate when she woke up. Now, how do you enjoy eggs without harming your heart? Skip the deep fryers and the greasy processed meats. Instead, boil them soft or hard. Scramble them with a splash of olive oil, maybe toss in some spinach. Bake them in a veggie-loaded frittata or light omelet. And don't think you need a half dozen a day. Just 1 or 2 eggs at breakfast a few times a week can lift your energy and strengthen your legs. Now, if eggs are the protein bricks your body builds with the next key, food is the fertilizer that keeps those muscles thriving. I'm talking about spinach, and really all dark leafy greens. Chard, kale, arugula, watercress, mustard greens. They might not shout flavor like meat or grains, but they are loaded with minerals your legs crave. Spinach, for instance, gives you magnesium, calcium, potassium, and vitamin K, not just nutrients, but essential tools for leg strength and stability. Magnesium is crucial for muscle performance. Ever had night cramps or felt muscle fatigue? Your body might be craving magnesium. Calcium. Everyone knows it's for bones, but it also plays a role in muscle contraction. No calcium, and your muscles can't fire properly. Potassium keeps fluids balanced, reduces swelling, and improves how your nerves talk to your muscles. And vitamin K. It helps calcium land where it's needed in the bones and improves circulation so your legs stay nourished. Imagine your legs are strong tree branches, but without mineral-rich roots, those branches lose life. You can have muscle, but without these minerals, they won't function the way they should. So how do you get more of these greens into your life? Keep it simple. Toss a handful of spinach in your morning smoothie. Add banana pineapple and a splash of almond milk. Sauté them quickly with garlic and olive oil 5-minute side dish. Stir them into veggie soups right at the end. They stay fresh and packed with nutrients. Fold them into omelets. Now you've got the best of both worlds, protein and minerals in one bite. And if the taste of stronger greens like kale or arugula throws you off, start slow. Blend them with milder veggies. Soften the flavor with lemon juice or herbs. This isn't about perfection. It's about building habits that carry you forward with strength. The third powerhouse food I've got for you, well, that one not only strengthens your legs, but it cushions your joints, lowers inflammation, and lifts your mood. A true ally for aging with grace. Let me break it down for you. We're talking about oily fish. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, tuna, anchovies. They're all part of the same powerhouse family. These fish are loaded with omega-3s, high-quality protein, and vitamin B12. And let me tell you, the impact they have on your legs and your entire body runs a whole lot deeper than you might think. Let's start with the omega-3s. As we get older, the biggest threat to strong legs isn't just muscle loss. It's the quiet inflammation that messes with your joints, blood vessels, and nervous system. That sluggish feeling in your legs, the stiffness, the lack of coordination. A lot of times, it's inflammation talking. Omega-3s act like a natural anti-inflammatory. They ease the swelling, get your blood flowing better, and help protect the cartilage in your joints. Less pain, more mobility, more groove. But it doesn't stop there. Oily fish also deliver top-tier protein, meaning they've got all the essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair muscle. And unlike heavier meats, fish is easier on digestion, which is a real blessing as you get older. And then there's vitamin B12, a game changer for your nervous system. Ever feel tingling in your legs? Random weakness? Trouble keeping your balance? You might be low on B12. This vitamin helps bridge the gap between nerve and muscle. Without it, your muscles might be strong, but the signal gets fuzzy. And that's a pretty common issue with age. Let me share a quick story. I met Joaquin, a 78-year-old brother with a spark in his soul. A couple years back, he started feeling off stairs, wore him out. His feet tingled constantly. Tests showed nothing serious, but his doctor dropped a truth bomb. You're not eating enough fish. So, Joaquin switched it up. 3 times a week, he brought oily fish into his rhythm sardines and olive oil on Mondays, baked salmon on Wednesdays, mackerel with salad on Saturdays. In just a few weeks, he felt lighter on his feet. No more nighttime cramps. His whole vibe lifted. And here's the thing, none of it was complicated. Here's how to keep it smooth and simple. Sardines on whole grain toast with crushed tomato, quick no fuss, full of omega-3s. Grilled salmon with lemon and parsley pear, that with some steamed veggies or a fresh salad. canned mackerel over brown rice or tossed into a cold veggie salad, marinated anchovies as a light snack that actually gives something back to your body. And hey, if the taste of fish doesn't sit right with you at first, ease into it. Use lemon herbs, steam it, bake it. Don't be afraid of canned options either. High-quality preserves are a great go-to when fresh fish isn't in reach. What matters is consistency. It's not about eating fish once in a blue moon, it's about weaving it into your weekly rhythm. Because as time goes on, it's that steady beat, that consistency that keeps your body strong and steady. Now that you've got the trio eggs, leafy greens, and oily fish, the next step is key. How do you bring these into your day-to-day life without making things complicated? Because knowing what to eat and actually making it part of your lifestyle, those are two different songs. The good news is you don't need gourmet recipes, expensive ingredients, or a personal chef in your kitchen. Just a few intentional tweaks, and these foods can naturally become part of your groove, helping you feel stronger, more balanced, and energized from the inside out. Let me show you how a simple, no-stress day could look. Breakfast eggs meet steady fuel. 2 scrambled eggs with a splash of olive oil and a pinch of oregano. 1 slice of whole grain toast or a small tortilla. Half an avocado or a handful of walnuts for some healthy fats. Finish with a light herbal tea or warm lemon water. Why this works? You're kicking the day off with complete protein, feeding those muscles from the moment you rise. Add some healthy fat like avocado or nuts, and you boost vitamin absorption and stay energized for hours. Lunch fish and greens, a powerhouse duo. A grilled salmon fillet with a squeeze of lemon. Spinach sautéed with garlic and olive oil plus a side of brown rice or steamed potatoes. Top it off with a salad of arugula, shredded carrots, and a splash of lemon juice. Why it hits? This combo brings omega-3's premium protein, magnesium, vitamin K, and fiber to the table, and that lemon juice. It helps your body absorb the iron from the greens. Olive oil enhances how you soak up fat-soluble vitamins like K. It's not just tasty, it's science-backed soul food. Dinner, light, nourishing, and calming. A warm veggie soup with spinach leeks and celery topped with a chopped boiled egg. Add some sardines if you didn't have fish at lunch. A calming tea chamomile or ginger to help ease into the night. Why this works? Dinner should wind you down but still feed your body right. The warm soup hydrates and comforts. The egg and sardines provide protein that keeps fueling your muscles while you sleep. And that tea helps your body settle, digest, and restore. Now, maybe you're wondering, what if I can't always afford salmon or fresh sardines? No worries. There are solid alternatives that don't break the bank. Canned mackerel, usually cheaper and still rich in omega-3s. Pasture-raised eggs might cost a bit more, but they're still affordable and packed with nutrients. Frozen greens, easy to store, easy to cook, and they keep the goodness locked in. And that's how you do it. No drama, no extremes, just smart, soulful food choices that feed your strength day by day. That's how I live it. That's how I keep the rhythm going. You don't always need fresh ingredients to fuel your strength. Frozen veggies and canned options keep most of their nutrients and can be a lifesaver when fresh produce isn't an option. That's something I leaned on when touring or between long studio sessions, consistency over perfection always. Now, let me give you a few extra tricks that can really elevate what you're already doing. Start by adding citrus. A few drops of lemon on your meals or an orange after eating can help your body absorb iron and calcium way more efficiently. And never forget extra virgin olive oil. Not just a good fat, but one that boosts how your body takes in vitamins. Plus, it helps calm down inflammation. Another essential, nuts and seeds. I sprinkle walnuts or pumpkin seeds over salads or even mix them in smoothies. They pack magnesium and healthy fats that support muscle preservation. And let's talk about water. Staying hydrated might sound basic, but muscle weakness often has its roots in simple dehydration. Keep sipping throughout the day. I always keep a water bottle close, whether I'm in the studio, on stage, or just vibing at home. After you eat, move a little. A short walk after lunch or just stretching your legs before bed improves circulation and makes sure all those nutrients get to the places your body needs most. This isn't about flipping your whole life overnight. Start with 1 meal, then 2. Before you know it, you're not just eating better, you're walking better, sleeping deeper, and standing stronger. Because what you put on your plate today, that's the strength you're going to move with tomorrow. A lot of times the issue isn't that we're doing nothing. It's that we're doing little things that chip away at our strength without realizing it. And when it comes to your legs, those small missteps add up until one day you feel like the power just isn't there anymore. One common mistake: skipping meals. As we age, our appetite can change. Some folks eat less, some just don't feel hunger like they used to. But missing meals, especially the nutrient-rich ones, means your muscles aren't getting the fuel they need. It's like trying to grow a plant without watering it. Not only does it not thrive, it withers. Then there's the flip side: eating plenty, but not the right stuff. It's easy these days to load up on bread, white rice, processed foods, or fried snacks. They fill your stomach but leave your muscles starving. They lack real protein, key vitamins, and minerals that your legs rely on. You end up with a body that's full but not nourished. Another silent problem: dehydration. As we get older, we don't feel thirst the same way. A lot of older folks simply forget to drink enough. But muscles are mostly made of water, and without it, they just don't work the way they should. Poor hydration affects everything: circulation, energy, even your balance. And then there's something hiding in almost every kitchen cabinet that could be doing more damage than you think: ultra-processed foods and excess sugar. These aren't just empty calories. They create inflammation. And a body that's inflamed moves slower, feels stiffer, and loses muscle mass more easily. This isn't just theory. It's what happens quietly day by day. You might not feel it at first, but over time your legs start sending signals. Getting out of bed feels harder. Stairs seem steeper. Your daily walk feels more like a challenge than a joy. But here's the light: these mistakes can be reversed. It starts with paying closer attention to what you eat, how you hydrate, cheat, and the way you take care of yourself. When you understand what your body needs, you can start giving it back. See, aging is sneaky. Changes don't show up all at once, they creep in slow. So slow we often don't notice them until they're already limiting us. That's why recognizing the early signs of leg weakness can make a huge difference in staying independent and living with full vitality. The first red flag: needing your hands to push up from a chair. If standing up takes several tries, or you have to use your arms for support, your leg muscles are already losing strength. Another big warning: feeling off balance. If you find yourself reaching for furniture to stay upright or struggling to stand still without wobbling your legs and balance system are signaling they need help. Then there's that weird sensation like your legs don't belong to you anymore. Some people say it feels like their legs turn to jelly or disconnect from the rest of their body. That can happen after sitting for too long or when trying to walk after a break. And let's not forget those nagging nighttime cramps. They're common and often tied to weak, overtired muscles lacking essential minerals and usually a body that's not getting enough water. If you're wondering where you stand right now, I've got 2 simple at-home tests you can try. Here's a simple test I've used myself, especially when I wanted to check if my legs were still backing me up like they used to. Sit in a chair without armrests, cross your arms over your chest, and try to stand up 5 times in a row without using your hands. If that feels tough, or you can't do it smoothly, that's your body waving a red flag. Now, try this stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds. If you need to grab onto something immediately, or you wobble, that's a sign your balance and muscle coordination might be slipping. What's great about these signals: you don't need a doctor's appointment or any kind of high-tech equipment to spot them. You just need to check in with your body honestly and notice when something doesn't feel quite like it used to. Catching these changes early can shift the whole game. It's not about waiting until walking becomes a struggle. It's about stepping in now while you still have the strength to build on the energy to nourish and the power to prevent. After talking about the 3 essential foods for keeping your legs strong as you age, it's natural for questions to pop up. So let's go through some of the most common ones. Straight, simple, and from the heart. But what if I'm vegetarian? What can I eat instead of eggs or fish? Great question. If you don't eat animal products, you can still take care of your muscles with plant-based proteins that bring serious nutrition. Think lentils, chickpeas, black beans. They're all great. Then there's tofu and tempeh plus nuts like almonds and walnuts. Whole grains like quinoa and oats are also packed with amino acids that support muscle repair. When you pair legumes and grains, you build a complete protein profile, just like the one in animal sources. And hey, don't forget vitamin B12 supplements if you're off animal products. That vitamin is vital for muscle strength and keeping your nervous system sharp. How often should I be eating these foods? You don't have to eat them every single day, but you do want to stay consistent. For example, eggs 3 to 4 times a week, spinach or other leafy greens in small portions daily, oily fish at least twice a week. The most important thing isn't nailing the perfect number, it's the rhythm. Regularity beats intensity. It's not what you do once in a while, it's what you do day in, day out that shapes how your body responds. What if I'm over 80? Is it too late to start? Absolutely not. Never too late. The human body is more resilient than we give it credit for, even in our 80s and beyond. Sure, rebuilding muscle might take a little longer, but progress is still very possible. I've seen people in their late 80s gain energy balance and confidence by making a few shifts in their meals and doing gentle movements regularly. The key: start small, stay steady. No pressure, just consistency. Can I eat these if I have health issues like diabetes or high blood pressure? Yes, with a little awareness. Eggs, leafy greens, and oily fish fit well into many chronic health conditions. But it's always smart to check in with your doctor or a dietitian. For example, if your cholesterol runs high, you might want to limit egg yolks but still enjoy the protein. If you're on blood thinners, you'll need to monitor your vitamin K intake from leafy greens. But you don't have to cut these foods out, just adjust based on your needs. It's not about restriction, it's about refinement. But what if I just don't like veggies? You're not alone. A lot of folks grew up in homes where vegetables weren't front and center, so they never developed a taste for them. But there are ways to bring them in without forcing it. Try adding small amounts to soups, omelets, smoothies, or even mashed potatoes, and play around with cooking methods. Steamed, sautéed with garlic, roasted. The flavor can change completely depending on how you prep it. If leafy greens really aren't your thing, try broccoli, cabbage, or even seaweed. They're also packed with minerals your legs will love. This isn't about being perfect, it's about making progress. Tiny steps taken often build real, lasting strength. Let me ask you, have you tried any of these foods lately? Which of these questions hit closest to home for you? Drop it in the comments. I'm always reading, always listening. Today we talked about 3 foods that don't just feed your body. They protect what matters most to your independence: your legs. Eggs with complete protein to help you keep the muscle that holds you up. Leafy greens with minerals that strengthen bones and joints while improving blood flow. Oily fish bringing omega-3s, top quality protein, and support for your nerves and movement. And that's how we keep walking, standing, dancing through life with strength, with presence, and with purpose. Let me know when you're ready for the next step. I'm here for the journey. Oily fish with its rich dose of omega-3s and vital vitamins helps ease inflammation, safeguards your nerves, and keeps your muscle mass working like it should. But let me take you deeper than just nutrients. Your legs. They're not just muscle and joints. They carry the weight of your story. They've walked you into job interviews, chased after your kids, climbed countless stairs, hit the dance floor, wandered new cities, and carried burdens heavier than most people ever saw. They've walked thousands of miles for you. And now it's your turn to give them the care they've earned. Not out of vanity, out of dignity, not for appearance, for freedom. Don't wait until weakness forces you to notice. Don't wait until you've hit the floor to realize how precious it is to stand strong. Eating well isn't some trend or luxury. It's a daily choice to show love to yourself. It's the decision to move through life with confidence, steadiness, and desire. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to overhaul your life. Just make one choice at a time. Add an egg to your morning routine. Stir spinach into a bowl of soup. Grill some fish a couple of times a week. These aren't grand gestures, but trust me, they build strength in quiet, powerful ways. So now I'll ask you, which of these foods are already part of your diet? Which one are you willing to try this week? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know and hear where in the world you're showing your body some conscious care. Thank you for being here, for tuning in with an open heart, and for taking this moment just for yourself. I'll catch you in the next video where we'll keep diving into how to live with strength, wisdom, and health. And if your legs are starting to weaken, maybe without you even realizing it, you're going to want to stick around. It starts small. One day you struggle to get up from a chair. A few months later, climbing the stairs feels like running uphill. Before long, simple movements turn into major effort. It's not just about getting older. It's about muscle loss, the kind that creeps in silently, steadily, and dangerously under the radar. And here's the hard truth: your legs are the first to go. When they weaken, your balance starts to falter. Your movement slows and your risk of falling skyrockets. And a single fall. That can change everything. Fractures, hospital visits, losing your independence. But there's good news: this is preventable. The secret: the right food. Most people think exercise is the only way to stay strong. But what you eat is just as important. Your body needs nutrients to rebuild muscle, protect your bones, and keep your legs strong with every passing year. In today's video, I'm breaking down 6 powerhouse foods that can help fight off weakness in your legs, restore your muscle strength, and keep you active throughout your days and your years. If staying strong and vibrant matters to you, make sure you hit subscribe to Vida Saludable 365. If this video speaks to you, hit that like button. It really helps keep the channel alive. And ride with me all the way to the end, because you probably already have one of these foods in your kitchen, but chances are you're not eating enough of it. Let's make this fun. If you dig this video, drop a 1 in the comments. If you don't, hey, drop a 0. And if you've got no opinion yet, that's all the more reason to subscribe to Vida Saludable 365 and see what's coming next. Before we jump in, be sure to like and subscribe to get weekly health tips that can seriously shift your quality of life. And tell me in the comments, have you noticed any changes in the strength of your legs lately? Let's get to it. Number 1, sweet potatoes. Your muscles need energy, but not just any energy. They need the kind that lasts. The kind that doesn't fizzle out and leave you dragging by lunchtime. That's where sweet potatoes come in. They've been a go-to for me during tours. And long studio days. Steady, clean energy that keeps me moving. Most folks don't realize it, but as we get older, our bodies don't store and use energy as well as they used to. We get tired faster. Our muscles take longer to respond. Tasks that were once easy, carrying groceries, taking the stairs, suddenly feel tougher. And it's not just about strength anymore, it's about stamina. Sweet potatoes are incredible for that. Unlike refined carbs like white bread or pasta, which spike your blood sugar and then drop you like a bad habit, sweet potatoes are packed with complex carbs. They give you fuel that burns slow, steady, and strong. And if this kind of info helps you or someone you care about, share this video with a friend or loved one. You never know who needs to hear it today. These carbs, they break down slow and steady, releasing energy over time instead of all at once. That means your muscles get the fuel they need without the crashes, helping you stay active from morning to night. But let me tell you something I've learned the hard way: energy alone isn't enough. If your muscles can't bounce back, they eventually give out. Every step you take, every move you make, your muscles go through tiny micro tears. Back in the day, your body patched those up in no time. But as the years roll on, that repair work slows down. And without the right nutrients, recovery takes a hit. That's when you start noticing stiffness, soreness, and that slow, sneaky loss of muscle. Here's where sweet potatoes come in strong. These babies are packed with vitamin A, a powerful antioxidant that helps repair muscle tissue. That means faster recovery, less soreness, and legs that stay flexible and responsive. Instead of waking up with stiff limbs that take forever to loosen up, you're moving smoother with less discomfort. Better recovery leads to stronger motion and stronger motion. That's your freedom. Now, let me talk to you about an enemy most folks don't even know is inside them: inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the top reasons people start losing muscle with age. It slowly chips away at your muscle fibers, making everyday movement harder and raising your risk of injury. It doesn't happen overnight. It builds quietly over time, making the simplest things feel like a challenge. Sweet potatoes are stacked with anti-inflammatory compounds that help fight this invisible enemy. One of the big ones, beta-carotene, it cuts down oxidative stress in the body. That kind of stress is what fast-forwards aging on a cellular level. It wears down your muscles, your joints, your tissues. So, the more you can push back against it, the longer your body stays sharp. And don't forget about potassium, one of the most underrated nutrients for leg strength. Potassium plays a huge role in muscle contraction, nerve function, and keeping you hydrated. If your potassium levels drop, you could end up with cramps, weakness, and a bigger chance of falling. Sweet potatoes are an excellent natural source that helps your muscles stay strong in sync and ready to respond when you need them. Now, here's something a lot of folks never realize: your gut health is deeply connected to your muscle strength. If your digestion's off, if your body isn't absorbing nutrients properly, your muscles end up starving no matter what you eat. Sweet potatoes bring a good dose of fiber to the table, helping your gut work better, supporting digestion, and making it easier for your body to take in the protein, vitamins, and minerals that fuel your strength. So, how do you actually get more sweet potatoes into your routine? Easier than you think. Roast them, mash them, toss them in the oven as healthy fries. Add them into salads, stews, or even smoothies. Yep, I've done it. They're naturally sweet, super versatile, and go with just about anything. And unlike processed carbs, they don't leave you bloated or drained after you eat. If you want to keep moving, climbing, walking tall well into your later years, sweet potatoes are one of the simplest and smartest changes you can make. Because keeping your legs strong isn't just about the gym. It's about feeding your body the right kind of fuel so your muscles can keep up with the rhythm of your life. Now, let's move on to number 2, oatmeal. A lot of people see it as just a basic breakfast, nothing special. But let me flip that for you. What if I told you this humble grain could be a secret weapon for stronger, more resilient legs? As we age, one of the first things we feel is how fast our legs wear out. Climbing stairs becomes a challenge. Standing for too long wipes us out. And the real kicker, muscle weakness creeps in, turning even simple movements into a struggle. But here's the thing, it's not just about getting older. It's about how we're fueling our bodies. Your legs need energy to keep going, not just any energy, but steady, long-lasting fuel that keeps your fire burning without fizzling out. That's exactly where oatmeal shines. Unlike refined grains that spike your blood sugar and leave you crashing fast, oats have a low glycemic index. They release energy gradually, helping you stay active and avoid those sudden energy dips. You ever hit that afternoon wall, that sluggish, heavy, foggy feeling? Yeah, me too. That's what poor fuel does. Oats help you sidestep all that. One reason people run out of steam so quickly, most of what they eat is highly processed, quick burn, quick crash. Oatmeal's a whole different story. It gives you even lasting energy so your muscles don't give out when you're counting on them the most. But the benefits go way beyond just stamina. Your legs are built on powerful muscles, and muscles need protein to stay solid. Without enough overtime, those fibers shrink, leading to weakness, wobbly movement, and balance problems. Oats step in as a plant-based protein source, helping repair and maintain those muscle fibers. No, it's not a steak or a couple of eggs, but oats still play a vital role in keeping your lower body strong and steady. Now let's talk about something most folks forget entirely: circulation. Your legs rely on a steady flow of oxygen-rich blood to keep moving well and healing fast. Poor circulation leads to muscle fatigue, slow recovery, and more cramps than you'd care to admit. And this is where oats shine again. They're naturally rich in iron, which is key for carrying oxygen throughout your body. If you've ever felt dizzy, weak, or like your legs tire out faster than they used to, there's a good chance your iron might be low. Without enough, your muscles get starved of oxygen, and that leaves them dragging. Add to that magnesium, another heavyweight in leg health. Magnesium supports proper muscle function and helps stop cramps, spasms, and that dragging heavy leg feeling that hits out of nowhere. Ever bolt upright in the middle of the night with a wicked leg cramp? That's your body begging for more magnesium. Oatmeal is an easy, natural way to keep your muscles relaxed, calm, and cramp-free. But here's the part I really dig: oats are crazy versatile. You don't have to eat the same old boring bowl every morning. Toss them into a smoothie for a power boost. Sprinkle them on top of yogurt and berries for a snack that tastes like dessert. Bake them into your own homemade protein bars. I've done it plenty while touring, and it's a killer way to stay fueled. Truth is, most folks overlook simple answers. They chase complex solutions when strength, energy, and mobility often come down to real food that works. And oats. They deliver exactly what your legs need to stay energized, strong, and pain-free. Don't sleep on the power of this humble grain. If you really want to keep your legs moving with ease, make oats part of your everyday rhythm. Now let's roll into number 3, avocados. People love to call them trendy, but I'll tell you straight up, this creamy green fruit is packing serious power when it comes to keeping your legs strong, agile, and pain-free. When folks talk about building lower body strength, their mind jumps straight to protein. And yeah, protein is key. But that's just one side of the story. What your muscles really need, and what a lot of folks skip over, are healthy fats. And avocados. They're one of the best sources of muscle-supporting fats you'll find on Earth. Let's start with the silent killer, inflammation. As we age, inflammation gets sneakier. You might not even realize it at first. A little stiffness when you wake up, a dull ache after a long walk. But over time it builds. It makes movement harder, more painful, slower. That's where monounsaturated fats like the ones in avocados come in strong. Unlike the bad fats that stir up inflammation, these ones actively reduce it. They help your joints stay flexible, your muscles loosen up, and your legs stay clear of chronic grinding pain. That means fewer aches, less stiffness, and more freedom to move the way you want, how you used to. But there's another layer to this. Every time your legs move, whether you're standing, walking, dancing, whatever that movement depends on muscle contractions. And those contractions rely on one mineral that most people don't get nearly enough of: potassium. Avocados actually deliver more potassium than bananas, and here's why that matters. Potassium helps regulate how your muscles fire and keeps cramps at bay. If your legs ever tighten up unexpectedly, if you've had those painful nighttime spasms, or if your lower body just feels drained after the smallest effort, a potassium deficiency could be the reason. Avocados can help flip that script. They help keep your muscles firing smooth and clean like a well-tuned instrument. When I started including them regularly in my meals, mashed on toast, sliced into salads, blended into smoothies, I felt the difference, especially after long shows or travel days. It's one of those small changes that pays big over time. Without enough potassium, your muscles can't contract the way they're supposed to. That leads to shaky steps, weakness, and even balance issues. That's why I say avocados are game changers. They help regulate these muscle contractions, making sure every step you take feels solid, steady, and supported. But let's dive even deeper into something even more critical: muscle protection. As we age, our muscles don't just lose strength. They also become more vulnerable to everyday wear and tear. Tiny tears and oxidative stress slow down the recovery process, and that's how long-term muscle loss creeps in. But there's a powerful nutrient that steps in to fight this off: vitamin E. Vitamin E is an antioxidant that shields your muscles from damage. It helps repair those tiny tears, speeds up recovery, and defends your body against long-term breakdown. Think of it this way: your muscles go through stress daily. Whether you're walking, working out, or standing for hours, they're under pressure. Vitamin E helps balance that out, keeping your legs resilient and strong over time. Here's the beautiful thing: avocados don't just care for your muscles and joints, they also boost circulation, and that's key. Strong circulation is what delivers oxygen and nutrients where they're needed most: your leg muscles. And those healthy fats in avocados, they support heart health, making sure blood flows smoothly and efficiently. That means more endurance, less heaviness, and stronger legs that carry you further. So, how do you get more avocado into your day? Easier than you think. Add slices to your morning toast. Blend some into smoothies for a rich, creamy lift. Mash it into guacamole. Use it instead of butter as a spread. Toss chunks into salads or eat it solo with a dash of salt and pepper. The real key: consistency. One avocado a month won't change much. But if you bring it into your meals on a regular basis, that's when the magic kicks in: stronger muscles, better flexibility, less discomfort, and the confidence to move through life with ease. If strong, balanced, pain-free legs matter to you as you age, don't overlook this simple but powerful fruit. Now on to number 4, berries. Listen, growing older. That's just life, but losing strength, that's optional. Every day your muscles are under attack, not by anything you can see, but by something just as serious: oxidative stress. This sneaky force wears down your muscles, weakens your joints, and accelerates aging. You feel it in stiffness, that dull, lingering ache, or that frustrating dip in strength over time. But here's the truth: you can fight back. And one of the best weapons out there: berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. They don't just taste amazing. They're natural defenders, protecting your muscles from wear and tear. Let me break it down. Your body produces free radicals every day. Unstable molecules that damage muscle cells, slow your recovery, and drain your energy. When you were younger, your body could fight them off easily. But as time passes, your internal defense weakens unless you feed it the right support. That's where berries come in. They're packed with antioxidants that neutralize those free radicals, shielding your muscles from damage, speeding up recovery, and keeping your legs strong and responsive for longer. But that's just the start. One of the biggest threats to leg strength isn't even muscle loss, it's inflammation. Chronic inflammation eats away at your mobility. It turns every step into effort, every movement into strain, every joint into a reminder of time. And if left unchecked, it can lead to arthritis and long-term muscle loss. Berries. They're some of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods. Their compounds fight inflammation head-on, relieving joint pain, increasing flexibility, and keeping your legs moving smoothly. And there's one more thing, something people often overlook. We think of vitamin C as just an immunity booster, but it's also crucial for muscle and joint health. Why? Because vitamin C triggers the production of collagen, the stuff that keeps your muscles, tendons, and joints strong, flexible, and durable. As we age, collagen production drops, leading to softer muscles, stiff joints, and slow healing. Berries help flip that script. They boost collagen production, helping muscles stay firm, joints stay supple, and your legs stay solid. So, how do you get the most out of berries? Eating berries every now and then. That's not going to move the needle much, but making them part of your daily routine, that's where the transformation starts. Start simple. Toss some blueberries into your morning oats or layer them into yogurt. Blend them into a smoothie for a muscle-loving, brain-boosting shake. Snack on them fresh or make a quick berry compote. Just simmer them down with a splash of water for a naturally sweet topping. Consistency is everything. The more often you eat them, the more they'll protect your muscles and joints where it really counts. And here's a bonus: berries don't just take care of your body, they sharpen your mind too. Research shows the antioxidants in berries enhance memory, focus, and cognitive function. So, while they're keeping your legs strong, they're also keeping your thoughts clear and sharp as the years go by. Berries fight off oxidative stress, one of the major culprits behind muscle weakness. They reduce inflammation, easing joint pain. They stimulate collagen production, which keeps your muscles and joints firm and flexible. They boost circulation so your legs get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay energized. And they enhance brain performance, helping you stay sharp and mentally agile. All of that from a food that grows on a bush. So if you're serious about staying strong, flexible, and pain-free, don't sleep on berries. Building strong legs isn't just about lifting weights. It's about feeding your body what it needs to perform. And berries. They're one of nature's best power sources for fueling your next chapter. Start today, your future self will thank you. Now let's move on to number 5, salmon. Let me ask you something. What if there was a food that could build muscle, ease pain, and keep your legs strong for years? That's exactly what salmon brings to the table. This isn't just any protein. It's one of the highest quality protein sources your body can absorb. And as we age, we need more of it, not less. Every step you take, every move you make, your muscles are constantly breaking down and rebuilding. But here's the challenge. The older you get, the slower your body gets at rebuilding. That's when your legs start to feel weaker, stairs get harder. Even just standing up after sitting a while becomes a struggle. And most people don't even notice it happening, not until one day their strength just isn't what it used to be. That's where salmon makes a difference. It's loaded with muscle-building protein, the raw material your body needs to stay firm and active. Every bite helps rebuild your muscle fibers, keeping your legs solid and dependable. But salmon doesn't stop there. It's also one of the richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids, and these healthy fats do something incredible for your body. As we get older, inflammation builds up in our muscles and joints. That's why so many people feel stiffness in their knees, aches in their legs, or that sharp pain when trying to move. Omega-3s fight inflammation at its root, keeping your muscles supple, your joints pain-free, and your legs moving smooth and easy. They also boost circulation, making sure your muscles get the oxygen and nutrients they need to perform. Poor blood flow. That's what makes your legs feel sluggish, heavy, and tired. Better circulation that keeps them strong, energized, and ready to move. And here's something most folks don't know: omega-3s improve nerve function too. Ever felt like your legs don't react the way they used to? That your reflexes are just slower? That's because as we age, our nerve signals slow down. But omega-3s help keep those connections firing fast so your legs respond quicker, move easier, and help you stay balanced. And salmon's not just about protein and omega-3s. It's also packed with B vitamins, especially B12, and that's key. These vitamins drive your body's energy production. Without enough B12, your muscles don't get the juice they need to work. That's why low B12 levels leave people feeling tired, sluggish, and physically weak. But when salmon is part of your regular routine, it restores that energy, giving your legs the power to walk farther, climb higher, and move with ease. And here's the kicker: strong legs need a strong heart, and salmon's got you covered there too. The omega-3s in salmon aren't just about heart health, they lower bad cholesterol, help keep your blood pressure in check, and keep your arteries clear and flowing. That leads to better circulation, better oxygen delivery, and more stamina to move through life with ease. Here's the raw truth: poor circulation leads to weak muscles. Your legs depend on a constant stream of oxygen-rich blood. If your heart isn't pumping efficiently, your muscles don't get what they need and they start to fade. But when your heart is strong, your legs follow suit. And here's the beauty of it: you don't have to eat salmon every day to feel the benefits. Just 2 or 3 servings a week can make a real difference. Try it grilled, baked, or flaked over salads. Looking for something quick and powerful? Roast salmon with veggies and a drizzle of herbed olive oil, that's a muscle-loving meal right there. Prefer something lighter? A salmon salad with avocado and leafy greens gives your legs everything they crave in a single bowl. And hey, when you're tight on time, canned salmon works just as well. Mix it with lemon juice, olive oil, and your favorite spices. Boom, instant protein boost. If you want to keep climbing, walking tall, and moving confidently, salmon should be one of your go-to foods. It rebuilds muscle fights. Inflammation improves circulation, sharpens nerve response, and strengthens your heart. Every bite fuels your movement. Every meal brings you closer to a stronger, more vibrant body. So don't wait for your legs to give out. Start now and lock in your strength for the years ahead. Let's slide into number 6, eggs. There's a reason why athletes, bodybuilders, and even doctors have stood behind eggs for decades. And it's not just because they're affordable or easy to cook. It's because eggs are one of the most complete muscle-supporting foods you'll find anywhere. When it comes to keeping your legs strong, steady, and pain-free as you age, eggs are a total powerhouse. Here's why. First off, eggs contain complete protein. That means they've got all 9 essential amino acids, the raw building blocks your body uses to repair and rebuild muscle tissue. As we age, we naturally start to lose muscle mass. You might feel your legs getting weaker. Your balance might start to feel off. Everyday things like taking stairs might feel tougher than they used to. That's not you being out of shape. It's your body struggling to keep up with muscle repair. But when you feed it high-quality protein like eggs, you're giving it exactly what it needs to slow down that loss and even regain strength. And that's just the beginning. Eggs are also rich in vitamin D. And that's not just about bones. Vitamin D is crucial for muscle strength too. Studies show low vitamin D is directly linked to muscle weakness, poor coordination, and a higher risk of falls. The problem: most people don't even know they're deficient. That's why older adults who lack enough vitamin D often deal with fatigue, aching muscles, and joint pain. But eggs bring this nutrient naturally to the table, keeping your bones strong, your muscles active, and your legs moving with grace. Now here's something most folks have never heard of: choline. It doesn't get talked about much, but it plays a major role in keeping your legs strong and responsive. Why? Because choline helps your nerves and muscles communicate. Every time you step, lift your leg, shift your weight, your body's sending signals through your nervous system to make it happen. And as we get older, those signals can get fuzzy. You might notice your legs don't react as quickly. Maybe your balance feels off. Uneven ground starts to feel risky. But choline keeps that connection clear, making sure your muscles and nerves work together, helping you stay coordinated, stable, and powerful. And don't forget, eggs are also packed with healthy fats, B vitamins, and antioxidants, all of which help produce energy, fight inflammation, and protect muscle cells from damage. So, how do you bring more eggs into your meals? No need to go overboard. 1 or 2 eggs a day is enough to start making a real impact on your leg strength and mobility. Scramble them, boil them, make a veggie-packed omelet, or even blend them into a high-protein smoothie. However you take them, the real key is consistency. Because the more you feed your muscles now, the stronger they'll be for the road ahead. If staying mobile, avoiding muscle loss, and living independently for as long as possible matter to you, don't overlook eggs. They're one of the most accessible, affordable, and effective foods you can add to your daily routine. And the beauty of it is they don't just strengthen your legs. They fuel your entire body, sharpen your mind, and give you sustained energy that carries you through the day. So, the next time you're thinking about what to put on your plate, remember this. Adding eggs to your meals is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to take control of your strength, movement, and long-term health. Now, let's bring it home. Your legs are your foundation. When they lose strength, everything else starts to fall apart. But you're not powerless. By adding these 6 essential foods into your diet, you're giving your muscles exactly what they need to stay strong, steady, and full of life. And that means more movement, more independence, and more living. Now, I want to hear from you which of these foods are already part of your life, and which one surprised you the most. Drop it in the comments. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single health tip that could change your life from the inside out. And if you're curious about more powerful age-fighting foods, don't miss what's coming next. Stay strong, stay healthy, and keep moving.